Let's see. And we are live. What's good, everyone? Welcome to it. Excuse me. Another installment of our chapter streams. This one, of course, is about the latest One Piece chapter, the latest installment in the One Piece manga. Hopefully, we get some juicy discussions today. What do you
We
think, Jordan?
should. We should. I mean, there's something everybody been wanting and liking, so I would assume people would, have stuff to talk about. Man, I know for me personally,
It'll be
well,
dynamic for sure.
yeah. I'll start with how I felt about the chapter. I mean, the chapter was cool. I mean, I didn't care much about the time travel stuff or anything, but it was good. It was all right, I guess. I mean, they got a lot of information and stuff, so a lot of backstory on Odin and his wife and stuff, and how, I guess
Mm,
more of the Kaido stuff, how they took over. So it was cool, but I'd say it was like to me, it was like a 6 out of 10 for me in the chapter. It was cool.
I mean, that's
Don't let
understandable.
the
you said it was
fanboys
a
hear your
what?
score, bro.
A 6 out of
6 out of 10.
10?
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
wasn't
about
bad.
that
Bro,
one,
this
It
is
was
Chief.
it was it was cool. It wasn't crazy. It was
you're the reason why Trump hates
Now, see,
minorities.
it's all subjective. Like on your scale, if six is trash, then you'll be mad. But on your scale, if
Nah, I'm just
six is
kidding.
like
I'm just kidding. I'm just
average,
kidding. Jason, just kidding.
no,
Just
Hassan, I
kidding.
know
Um,
you're a fanboy, bro.
shit. I don't know, bro. This shit was a 10 out of 10 to me. This shit was a straight 10 out of 10, bro. The way
Wait,
how
what
I
do you guys?
explained the time thing, the time powers, the way it was implied in the series, I just, I don't know, man. I just can't help but love it because it's well done. And it's what people fear, but it was just good.
So all they said about the time stuff was that they could send people forward, including themselves, and not back, and they didn't really say
mm-hmm.
anything else. So I don't know if that's like
Yeah.
crazy great. I mean, I'm cool with it. That's my
It's
biggest
not
fear is
crazy great. It's not crazy great though. To me, at least, it's just playing it by the book. It's just playing it safe. So I think that's a good choice because for what
It
we've been
makes
talking
sense.
earlier, personally, I think Oda implied use the time travel plot point not as a prominent point in the story, but just as a factor to add to Wano. That's it. So
but
there's no need for it to be worked on.
doesn't it seem like it should be more important? Like if
It
you're gonna
would.
add something like this, shouldn't it be more
I agree with
maybe
you.
not
Actually, it
complicated,
should.
but it should be a little bit more to it than I'm sure there is more to it, obviously, but
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but to be honest with you, as like if it's just this, if it's just this one-time travel thing that needed to be done in order for the Wano arc to happen, then I won't be even mad. Because here's the thing: there could be some other rules to the Devil Fruit. Maybe the Devil Fruits get respawned back to its original time slot, and then we don't have to worry about it now, for now at least. Or somehow some future character is gonna come up in the
that is a
very
really
famous time.
interesting interaction.
Yeah, so
Because
that's
there's only one foot at a time, right?
yeah, 100%.
So if it just goes missing in like one timeline, would it just reappear, or would it technically still be you? Like, would it just assume that that time she traveled that she still has it and it's like not gone at all? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, personally, like I said, I would love for it to just go back to its original timeline, especially if Toki was from the Void Century. Then maybe that's how Emu is here now. Maybe Emu traveled through the future, which in a way does alter the history because elsewhere we wouldn't have had any Emu or anything. We would have just the Gorse.
See, I'm not a big fan of that just because now you're just trying to make it. I don't know. People trying to make it to where now anybody can just be jumping through time like the Terminator and stuff. Like, I
Can I
don't
ask
get
a
it.
quick
Like,
question?
Go
go
ahead.
for it, bro.
You know how for Paramecia, their Devil Fruit Awakening, it allows them to affect the area around them?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
What are you gonna say, nigga?
I don't like where this is going.
Continue.
We
I want
know
to
Go
hear
where it's
ahead.
more.
Alright.
going.
Yeah.
So you know how the time you know how I said time fruit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so you know if it wasn't awakened, would it only be herself? And if she awakened it, would it be able to like what she did right now? She's able to transport multiple people.
I would love
I
that. I would
mean,
love that to be
I
the
mean,
case.
Cause
But she did
Because
it.
I
Well, I thought you know she did it just normally. So that's all we know is she did it normally without any awakening.
because
What
I
if
thought
she
about it.
took the
Because I
entire
thought
island of Raftel and moved it to the future,
Oh my
and that's why
fucking
people
god,
can't
yeah,
find her?
bro.
bro!
That's what I
Whoa,
was.
hold
That's
up,
because
hold up.
think about
That
that.
is
Think
something
about
else,
that.
bro.
Because if she can affect the area around her, like other paramecias, if it is a paramecia, kind of like start doing something.
Bro, if that's the actual reasoning for Raftel, I'll lose my mind.
That would be
Nah,
so bad.
Oh, please do
Bro,
it.
God no, God no. I would hate that, bro. I
Oh, I'm
would
crying,
legit
bro.
hate that. But other than that, how do y'all feel about the plan that they have now for taking down Kaido?
I mean, it sounds about right. You need a big. I mean, it adds to the whole Oda hyping up this big war and stuff. So you need a whole bunch of people to fight against Kaido, who has an army of smile users. So it makes sense. Like it adds up. Just saying, it's just I'm just trying to see if we'll actually be able to go through the whole 2 weeks, or if things will follow through.
Yeah. I hope it's a little more in depth because right now they're basically like, okay, we're gonna get as many people as possible, and then we're just gonna attack and be like, I mean, Kaido's on the other side of that shit, man. So like, the only
how'd you?
difference from them before is they have Law and Luffy with them this time. So like, they're just assuming Law and Luffy's crew are gonna take care of Kaido's crew, and that's basically like
And
their whole plan.
Orochi. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
here's
and
the thing. Here's the thing, though. Shit, I lost my point. But what I was gonna say probably is, shit. Why am I losing my points now? Ah, fuck. This is an L
This
on
man is
stream.
lying. It's just you always
How do
you
you
always
guys?
taking L's, man.
How
Ah,
do you
shit.
feel?
Hold
How
up.
do you feel about Luffy saying we need? Oh no, Kinemon saying we need ideally 5,000.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about. What I was gonna say is,
The Grand
since we
Fleet.
know, yeah, the Grand Fleet has to have a role in this arc. For one, there's Big Mom coming. There's probably the Navy coming with whoever, whatever, admirals coming over, and then you have Kaido is it with his Smile users, and then of course Kaido had a crew before the Smile became a thing. Then we have Orochi and his subordinates. That would be if I think if there's a time for the Straw Hat Grand Fleet to appear, it'll be now.
How do you guys? Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Can you?
well, if were you gonna change the subject or were you gonna answer like
Yeah,
the?
I was gonna change.
Well, and listening to a couple like the reviews today, like the more I think about it, the more I feel like Big Mom is actually going to like show up and just chase them to Wano. 'Cause they know they're going up to Kaido, so she knows where Kaido is, and she might actually chase them to Wano. And at
Yeah,
that point, it literally just might turn into like absolute chaos. And I kind of want it to happen, even though I really like the Fishman Island like return theory, fighting her there.
yeah.
This would be unbelievably hype.
But here's the thing, though, Kenya. What I think about is when I think about Big Mom, what I think about is the only weakness Big Mom has in order for us to beat her is her past with Caramel. But that won't be brought up anymore because the picture isn't there, and the only people who know about the Caramel is the giant from Elbaf and Strusen. I don't think Strusen's gonna say anything. But if we go to Elbaf and fight her there, there's a possibility that the what happened with Elbaf gets to her ears, and she knows what happened basically, and that's how she breaks down, and people, whoever is going to fight her, is going to kill her or beat her in a sense. So that I see it's more logical to fight Big Mom in Elbaf rather than anywhere else.
Yeah,
I'll say
I think.
Wano just because the 2 weeks makes it to where now fighting her and Wano is a thing. Just because as a if you're gonna, I'm gonna hurt. These words is gonna be big to me, but the whole bigger awarded Marineford, and the only way to have a bigger awarded Marineford is to have two Yonkos, Marines, the people who are trying to rebel against the Shogun and stuff. That's the only thing where I can see the supernovas. That's the only way I can see it having like this huge war.
Uh,
I
That's
mean,
just in my mind.
I would like that, but it's just like think about it. It's the Straw Hats, it's the Minks, it's the Marines, it's Kaido's crew, it's Big Mom's crew. You have you like you said, Orochi subordinates, and then you have maybe the Straw Hat fleet. It's just a lot of people, and I don't know how he's gonna like fit all of that into one arc.
It's
Cause
gonna be Marineford all over again
that's a lot.
because back in Marineford, like there were a lot of great characters and enough characters to actually make for a ton of fights, a ton of material for Oda to draw, and he just was overwhelmed by it. Hopefully, this time around, he doesn't fuck up as much as he did in Marineford.
Oh yeah, and Marco. I forgot about Marco. Marco has probably a lot of time to come now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he said
That's
he
if he,
wasn't coming.
that's if he doesn't. That's
And
if he
Weevil and
doesn't
all
fight.
that
Yeah,
crap.
we will fight. We will. So
Ah, shit. There's also the thing with Vegapunk and the creation he did to basically that would well, the world government will no longer need the world warlords. So maybe all the warlords, some of the warlords, come to Wano or somehow become a relevant plot point. That would be interesting.
How'd you feel about it? How about that drawing in the when it was showing the Odin's castle burning? Did you
Hmm.
see the three drawings? How was Jack, the guy in the middle, and the last commander, I think, on the right
Yeah,
side?
yeah.
I thought
Excuse me.
the guy in the middle, he looked pretty cool, but who do you think that is? Do you think
People
that's
saying it
the?
looks like Pika. I don't know.
yes.
Oh yeah,
It
the
does,
head.
man. It genuinely does.
The dude on the right though, that nigga looks like Dr. Eggman from Sonic. That shit was
Oh
funny.
yeah. No, I don't. I think the guy on the right. I don't think Oda really drew him. I think he just kind of put in a sketch because I don't think he's gonna reveal that one until
Yeah.
later on.
I feel like that guy looks like one of the Fishman Island princes, bro. I actually like. I know it's
Oh
not
my
him, but I
god.
think actually.
Bro, you know what's weird? Talking about these obscure designs, the Ashura Doji dude, he looked like the sketch for Kaido, the sketch that we had when Kaido wasn't revealed yet. He
He
literally looks
kind of.
just like him.
He actually does. That is literally that is kind of sketch. That's not.
I
Oh, it
think
is
that
kind of sketch.
original picture was like a placeholder though, because Big Mom's looked like
Oh yeah, yeah, she
exactly
looked
the
nothing
same.
like yeah,
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
this looks like a mix between the Big Mom and Kaido one. It's like a mix.
yeah.
So
So that was weird.
how many shadowy silhouettes do we get in this chapter? Three calamities, Odin, Ashura,
Toki and
Toki, Hiyori. We got like literally 7 shadowy, mysterious
oh yeah, and the
characters in this
dude, the
chapter.
other
And
retainer.
I'm pretty sure he won't. I'm pretty sure we only get like actual fleshed out information on like 4 of them.
How do you guys feel about Okiko hiding the child?
Y'all niggas trash, bro.
Bro,
God
think
damn.
about it. Zoro said, "I know she's hiding something." The
Eh,
the only
See,
thing
bro,
the only
see,
thing I
You
bro,
could think
are
about is
hiding a child.
hold up,
not
hold up,
hiding a
hold up.
child.
And then you saw the way that she hopped on Kinemon, right? And the hard eyes.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
So the
who
only thing I
knows?
could assume, or my hypothesis is that she has a child, and she
She ain't got
hasn't
no
told
kid.
Kinemon about it yet.
She ain't got a kid.
I don't know. Speaking
Shout
of
out,
Hiyori, we gotta talk about Hiyori, bro. I
Bro,
mean,
listen. I'm gonna say this now. I'm tired of hearing people trying to make Hiyori as a thing. As of right now, she is dead
wait,
and
that's the
gone.
daughter,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. Jordan,
She is
Jordan, Jordan,
dead
Jordan,
and gone.
Jordan,
Hiyori
Jordan.
has like 10 different characters in the
Hold up,
story.
hold up, hold up.
Exactly.
Hold up. Before we speculate further on who Hiyori is, I want to point out something. For one, we knew that she was in the hands of her mother, Toki, and then the other retainer that didn't travel. And then in the last chapter, we seen Toki in her last moment, and she didn't have Hiyori with her. So Hiyori is somewhere, one way or the other. Hiyori isn't dead, at least. As for who she is, I don't know, but it's fun to speculate at least.
I hate the Tama theory that you brought up earlier, but it
It
kind like
makes
the way you explained
sense.
it makes sense. Could you explain it for the stream? Because you only told me in
Okay,
Discord.
yeah, of course. So basically, what I was saying is, shit, I gotta look it up because I made it like 6 hours ago and I got short memory problems. Give me a second. Talk about something in life. I go fidget.
No, again, I said pretty much. I'm not. I mean, the whole Chopper Queen, I'm sorry, Tama Hiyori stuff could possible. That's something I could think could be happening. But as far as like Hiyori being Kuina, Hiyori being some other female, I don't see it happening at all. Like to me, in my mind, she's dead unless she gets some pale plot armor. She's dead as of right now because I just don't see her having a role in this whole arc at all.
There just needs to be like a reason why she didn't go to the exact same point in time as everyone else did.
And like I
That,
said,
that's
oh, here's
that,
the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so I found it. Basically, she was a toddler back then. We see that at least she was a toddler. at the very least. She was like 2, 3 years old, something, because she was Momonosuke's younger sister, and she was still uh, hanging on to her mother. So basically, what my point is that um, she would have been too young to be sent 20 years into the future and just be there fighting in this bloodbath in this problematic era. Elsewhere, if she was sent like 6 years or 6 years, 6 years, anywhere between 6 years to 8 years prior to now, it would have made sense because by then she would have grown to be as old as Momonosuke, and she would have to be in the she would be in the age to support her brother, to stand by him, to fight whatever it is. Now, I would say that Toki would have foreseen that the changes in Wano that will occur would be very cruel for a kid to grow up in. So that's why she sent her in the future, as opposed to letting her live and wait 20 years for her brother. That would have been bad, especially for her mindset. She would grow up in an era where everybody's cursing her family, as opposed to being hidden somewhere with Tengu, which I speculate the dude that was shadowed in a way to be Tengu. As he said, Tengu himself said that he's waiting for someone. And basically, of course, the plot point that I made earlier being that Hiyori was in the hand of Toki, and then in her final moments she wasn't there, so she is somewhere. She is somewhere. She will be relevant. If not, then Oda would have never introduced her in any way. So
Of
that's
course.
that.
I don't.
See,
I mean,
the
it's all
reason I
foul. It's all
like
good.
that,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keith. I'm sorry.
the reason I like that is because, for one, it makes sense from the fact that if she's super young, then she doesn't want to throw her into a situation that's going to be like some war torn country, like as a baby, because then they have like a baby to take care of, and they can't
Yeah,
really like fend for itself. And it also explains that there's one retainer that we don't know who it is or where that person is to. So she sent one of the retainers with her.
yeah.
But I still don't like it being Tama though. But it kind of makes sense.
I agree. To be honest, I still don't want it to be Tom. I'm just throwing speculation that that is
Yeah,
the closest that I think is to rationalism. But
from characters
that's
that we've
about
been
it.
introduced to, unless it's someone random, then that's probably the best
I
guess as of
mean,
right now.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's the only
yeah.
thing right now, but it's just for me. I don't know. It's the whole. I don't see why she didn't go back in time the same with everybody else. It just don't add up.
Wait, why didn't she save herself? She like stayed back to give a prophecy and like die in a fire. Like she
Yeah,
could have just went
yeah,
forward to it.
like she stayed back, and then
See, that's
she
bad, but
goes
it's at least
and
justified.
saves. She sends everybody to the future 20 years, but then she only sends her daughter
But,
like 5 years
but
in the future, like whatever. Just
but
I
Jordan,
don't know. That
here's
shit
the
just don't
thing.
add
Here's
up.
the thing, bro. I agree with you that it is bad. That thing is bad. It shouldn't have been done like that. But at least it's justified. She at least had reasons to stay behind. She said that for Odin, she would live and die by him. That's it. So yeah, it is
That,
bad, but I'm just gonna live with it.
you see,
And she
Jordan, you
traveled
should try
through
to
time.
be Jordan.
Anyway,
You should try to be more like Odin's wife, faithful.
God dang. Hey
I ain't
Milo,
got time
what's
for that.
up, my G?
What's good, Marlo?
I think Milo did.
No, Marlo's there. He here.
Oh, did he pop again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
I
here's
was watching
Martin.
the I was watching the stream. He popped in and out, and I was like, wait.
Oh, I see Martin here too. Is Martin talking? Is Martin just chilling?
Martin's muted for some reason.
Uh,
That dude's
oh well. Also, what Zoro? Because we know we've seen Zoro, boss in his own little adventure. Is he? Y'all think he heading to Oden's place, or I mean, not Oden's, but
Can
Kaido's
I say
little
something
island
about that
by
real
accident,
quick?
or is he going to the show? Where do y'all think he's going?
go ahead, Mo.
I, I think there's a chance that he might run into what's his name?
Kaido.
No, not just this kid, Killer.
But here's the
How do you
thing,
feel
though.
about that?
Here's
Because
the
a lot
thing,
of
though, Mo.
people, a lot of
Okay,
people said he was gonna run into Jack or into other samurai, but we don't know where Killer's at, so he could maybe
but
run into Killer.
okay. So the safe bet would be that Killer is somewhere near Kid, or is kept somewhere near Kid. Kid is on Higashima too, since
Can
we
y'all hear
seen
me
Kai.
now?
Oh yeah, we can, we can.
Hey, what's good,
What up?
Marlo?
Yeah.
What's up,
I
Milo?
just, yeah. No, I was just thinking that I really don't care about one. Like,
Oh my.
This
I don't
man,
like
Marlo.
any of the characters. I don't like Enjuro. I don't like Kinemon. I don't like Rise. The only person I like is Okiku, and she's a woman, so we'll never get to see her fight. because Oda
Facts.
don't let women fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Big facts.
Wano is just a horrible place
Oh my gosh.
with a lot of problems. You know what Wano needs? Watchdog Man. Because in Q City
I've
there
got
are
to
no
unmute
problems.
myself to stop this cancer right now.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm
Oh
gonna say this.
man.
I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinions, but Milo, of course,
I
doesn't like Wano
I
that much. Jordan is indifferent about Wano from what it seems. A lot of people are not really satisfied with how it is, but there's a good chunk of the people that actually love Wano. Me being one,
They
I
like
fucking
Zoro.
love it.
They like Zoro. You like
I
Zoro?
love
Oh
Zoro.
fuck yeah,
Love
fuck
Zoro.
yeah, hell
Good,
yeah.
bro. I
Exactly.
mean, that's
That's
it.
why you like
Hey,
Wano.
Because
Is
you,
it?
this
Is
thing,
it?
you
Wait,
notice
is it
like it's
me or
been
does
like the
Martin
whole
and
community's been dead.
mean,
It's been dead for the last like what month. It's been dead. Like even with the whole case, when the
bro,
kid first started out,
did you
it
not?
was lively. Everybody was talking, but like that was just like everybody's like whatever
But
right now.
Jordan, though, like I love the Japanese setting that is in Wano. I'm a weeb.
That
I'm gonna
is
say that. That
Oh,
I
okay.
fucking love
Fine.
Wano for
The
that.
hold on. The aesthetic, the artwork is
It's cool. It's
beautiful,
great.
but
It's
I
great.
don't
yeah, I was
care
gonna.
what goes on with these. I don't know why. I don't care.
Very understandable, Michael. Very understandable. But like I said, that's just
Like
we're still in the beginnings of Wano, so I'm still not going to
it
address
doesn't
anything
even
yet.
feel
So,
like an emergency. As soon as we stepped on whole cake, it felt like it got serious. Like
but look at it this way, though, Milo. This is an arc that has no precedent in One Piece. There's no arc like this previously. So, and
what do
this
you mean?
was
right now, we're in the calm before the storm. That's
here's exactly. But other than that, what I meant is like back in the Whole Cake Island felt
It's like
like
you're always in the storm. I think the whole
yeah,
case is like
if
you're always
Whole
in the
Cake
storm at
Island
least, like or
in a
always
way
some kind of
felt
tension.
like Water Seven, a mix between Water Seven and Thriller Bark. You could always tell what's gonna happen. Dressrosa felt like a Baroque Works arc.
This feels like Dressrosa. They live in easy. Honestly, they
Mm,
live in
that
fast. They
aspect,
doing what they
yeah.
want
In that
right
aspect,
now.
yeah, it does. It does feel like Dressrosa in that aspect. But this arc has been planned for God knows how many years. So I'm just gonna wait and see
Yeah.
and enjoy what I get for now until I see something new
All right,
that pisses me off.
I'm gonna be honest. A part of me is jaded because the info dumps in this that we get, they're not even that interesting. I'm gonna be honest. Like I would much rather
Pause,
info
Milo.
dumps
Hey, go ahead,
at
take your time.
Reverie. At Reverie, like yo, we skipped Reverie to see them sailing on a ship, to see them fighting with a octopus. Like yo, they should have stayed at Reverie. It should have started with Luffy busting in, seeing a little girl, Otama. He saved Otama. It starts from there. We did not need any of that happened before Luffy saved Otama. I'm gonna
if,
be honest.
if the reverie would have continued, then however long it would have ended, and then we would have just gotten to this point, and nothing would have changed except
Reverie could have
more reverie.
continued, and we could have started right when Luffy busted into hold them and saved Otama.
But there
We could
needs
have
to
met
be build up
Zoro
to that.
right there. How much building
Oh,
did
yeah, it's
they
like you
need?
just want to get right to it.
No, Milo. Knowing One Piece, how much building do you think it'll take? It actually took less than it took in the previous arcs.
Because nothing happened. What?
How many
There's
chapters? Is there? Like
it, not even. I think yeah, this chapter is the 10th chapter.
yeah, I mean,
So, in a way,
there's
like
really not much you can expect after 10
especially from an
chapters.
arc like this, an arc that is potentially going to be 2 or 3 years ongoing. You gotta just give it time. I know it's look. I had to live
Yeah, I
through
know.
Freshman Island weekly, bro.
You
I
have to
had to
give it
We
see
time,
already?
but each chapter.
what.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's
I
going
mean,
himself.
I kind of agree with what he was saying about like I don't find many of the characters like any of the retainers, maybe aside from Kinemon, like I don't
Man,
care about
stop lying.
Kamakura.
Stop all
No,
your
I
lying
just
right
don't find
now.
them that
Hey,
interesting.
we got
I don't
jokes.
find
Yo,
I don't
Hey,
find
Chad.
Tama a compelling
Chad.
character. Like I think the Ace thing is just like it's like an easy way out to make us try and to be invested in the character. I don't feel a connection to the character. That's just me.
I mean, the character only been around for like 3 chapters. Man.
This
Like,
this
come on, man.
chapter, yeah, but they're trying really hard to think that like, oh my god, you remind me of Ace. Like Ace was so nice to me, all that stuff. Like,
But if you try to reason with that, Kenya, you'll find that it actually makes sense since Tama lived in a timeline that was off screen.
Yo, so we're gonna talk about how Quinn is alive?
Oh my god! Oh my!
no,
God.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm invested in the characters.
Yo, y'all seen people calling Hiyori Telly?
What?
Shit.
Yo, hold on, time out. Who's watching My Hero Academia? Y'all hear that in the back?
That's the opening.
Oh, that's me.
Hey, that opening is lit as fuck.
Yo, Milo always got
Man,
something
fuck
to back
that opening, man.
every time.
Bro, peace sign is trash.
That man, my little mic is trash.
Bro, this dude
Yeah,
just
man, fuck all
comes
that.
in here and
It's
starts just
dead
like breaking up the
piece,
conversation.
But no,
Can we
it's
get
just like a nurse.
civilized?
It's just-
Mid
So,
Hero
so
Academia.
what is the stream about?
It's about how Wano
It's about the One Piece chapter.
watchdog
No, hold on,
man.
hold on, wait.
Wait, mid
It's about the
man?
chapters. No,
Hold
hold
on,
on, wait.
hold on.
Hear anything,
There's
many people
another
talking.
chapter, man. There's another chapter, really much. That's all. It's your
Go ahead, Durson.
Oh, about the chapter that I didn't read because it had so much dialogue, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And I got the whole summary of the
Exactly.
chapter from
You
the
ain't
entire
listening.
Discord, so
Bro,
I
it's
didn't
not
have to
100%.
read it.
Y'all really not fond of Wano.
Oh, dang.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, look. You say that we really not fond of Wano, but if you didn't give me anything to be fond of,
Big facts.
what
Big
you
facts.
saying?
Big
I'm
facts.
gonna tell you what it has to
Look, I'm gonna say this: Mid Cake Island over Lano.
Oh my god.
Whoa, nah, hell no.
This dude ain't even putting in effort to try and troll this shit right now.
No, hell no.
Bro,
Right.
here's the appeal of Wano
Like,
for me.
the thing is, Wano, it just got started. So like, we still got to give it a chance to really pop off.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
we can't just go in 5 chapters deep and be like, oh, this shit is trash.
Okay.
But like, but even though in the same breath, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna ask because this is my thing. Because
Huh?
one scene that like the last this past
I can already
compared
see,
to Whole Cake, like compared to how Whole Cake was, like Whole Cake was still lit. Like people were talking about Whole Cake.
Yo, if you're
so it was more active, whatever. But like
The anime made it really good, actually. Like, it was pretty good.
Let him finish.
I'm saying with Wano, it seems like it's just like to me it's just dead. Like we get a chapter a day, we talk about it, and then it just be dead.
You know what,
Whole
Jordan?
Cake.
Do you know what?
This is early. This is early Whole Cake too.
No,
Wano, it's
not
literally
because
like
it's early. Because back in Whole Cake Island, we had outskirts. We had plot points that were 100% going to be resolved in Whole Cake Island. Hence, we knew what to speculate on and what to base our talks about. Here in Wano, we are in unknown territories, so people are just lost and confused. That's why a lot of people turned off from Wano.
Now, actually, to be real, like I'm feeling what haters saying, like because like as me, somebody who come to the Discord every day, who's been there for a while, like the atmosphere is completely different than with Whole Cake. Like I personally think Whole Cake is the worst fucking art ever created, but like you said, we talked about it. Like when it comes to Wano, we get the chapter, we see what's going on, say what we gotta say, then let's play Wolf. Would you
guys say? I gotta ask you guys this: do you think it's the worst arc because it's drawn out? I think it's the worst arc in terms of it being drawn out. Like after the chateau fell, there was really nothing. It was like it was drawn out.
Even Oda said so.
That's fine. But again, that's fine. But I'm saying is like with the community, like it's fine that again, it's whatever it is. But people still talk about it. Wano, no one is talking about it at all. Go ahead, Chatty.
You guys have always hated One Piece. It's no different.
Bro, I'm the only one trying to defend One Piece right now, trying not to sound like a
no, it's fine. It's not like we're trying to come at it. It's like we're saying like as far as
I'm trying to come at it.
Like a talking point, like Wano. That's not much to even talk about Wano. Like that's not much like have content on to talk about Wano right now. Compared to the whole
because you don't have nothing to base off to Wano. You have nothing to discuss. You're literally just waiting for new chapters.
The thing is, we've been building up to Wano since Punk has it.
People hyped it up way too much.
I'm saying
Exactly,
like
bro. Like we're still
People
waiting.
hyped it up like it was gonna be
No.
this amazing fucking
But then Otis says,
thing.
"You really like Whole? Wait for Wano, bro. This man shooting
Can
himself
I
in the
have
foot."
2 black and mild, please?
No, but if you go 10 chapters into
Nigga,
any arc, you're gonna
Hey,
say
bro.
the same thing.
Let me get a honey bun.
Okay,
wait,
get
Six
to
Pack,
honey buster.
mute yourself, man. Can you somewhat mute
It's like
yourself, man?
y'all
You over here,
explained great, and it's
the
only
man's
been
over
10
here
chapters.
ordering food and stuff.
Like,
Shit,
Wait, can I
man.
ask?
So-
Wait, so what do you guys think's gonna happen between the 2 weeks?
it's like, well, watch, like in 20 chapters or whatever, it's gonna start picking up, and people are
No,
gonna be
no,
like,
no, no.
I think
"Man,
you don't like
you
this.
wanna-" Bitch, you just said it was freaking trash so far.
I think we're gonna, no. I think we're gonna fast forward to the two times.
No,
two
I think
weeks.
I was gonna see this. I think they're gonna do some training, go over the plans. Then Jack is gonna pull up because they said he was on his way, right?
Yeah.
He'd be the perfect, like he'd be the perfect person to get them ready.
Well, how do y'all feel about next chapter being a Reverie chapter? There's a lot of people been saying that.
I would
He's-
love that.
We
I
need
would like that a lot.
no. It's only no if they go back to exactly where they left off. Like
Nabi, no.
We're
I want
still
it to
in
be
day one. We're still in
further
day one of
ahead.
Reverie, by the way.
they want.
Yeah,
my
We're
God.
still in day one of Reverie.
Okay. If they talk about like if they like take Vivi away and like take her away to be like executed or something, yeah, that chapter will be lit. But it just depends on how he's gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
They can't really do
fuck
that in the
all that.
middle of Reverie though. She's like sitting down at the table and shit, right? Like,
I mean, probably.
No, Spandam's gonna take her away, and then he's gonna foderize what's the name? He's gonna foderize who's with them? Sai? And then Dalton? Yeah, he's gonna foderize those two, and then
Fandom.
Kaku with his perm.
Six Pack span.
this is an
all
unbelievable headcanon stream right now.
Bro, no, think about it. We know wait. We know Kaku has a perm now. And we know niggas with perms, they have a way of getting around and getting what they
Okay.
want.
Huh?
What?
Okay. Niggas
you
with bars are
just
gay,
say-
huh? Huh?
No, I said no, I said people with
You're trolling,
wait.
right?
I said people with perms have a way of getting what they want.
You're trolling, right?
That's sus, bro. That is low-key sus.
Six Pack.
You know, we just gonna pass over that shit. So yeah, this time travel. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, because this man Six Pack was on some other stuff. Man, you know, I feel time travel is a
Like,
concept.
Can we get perm?
It's a time travel is trash. It's useless. It basically.
Shit, I love the
No,
time travel.
I think that he just called it the time no me. Just him calling it that was like a little on the nose. He could have done that a little bit better.
See, if it wasn't, I wished it wasn't a devil fruit. To be honest, I
But,
wished it was just a portal.
No. I know. You know what? I am happy. I am happy that it is the devil fruit.
Why?
I'm happy it's the devil fruit.
Well,
Because if it was just something that naturally occurred in the world
Yes.
of One Piece, it's
That
just
would've
like
been an asshole.
nigga, anybody could do that. Like they open
And
up all type
I'm
of shit
happy
for
it
different
does
plot
what
holes
it
and shit.
does.
But here's the problem, though, Durson. Once Toki died, does the devil fruit
return to a timeline.
reappear in its original timeline? Does it appear where she died? Where does
So
that?
here's the thing with the devil fruit, it don't fucking matter. Like whoever finds it. It don't matter which timeline it appears in. Like why do we care? Like my thing
I'm gonna tell you
is
why. I'm gonna
like
tell you why. What if? Here's the thing. Say that what was her name? Toki. Say Toki was born in the Void Century, and the fruit goes back to the Void Century. And then
Right.
someone from the opposing side gets their hand on it, and they go further in the future and go and fortify their faction, and hence that will change the history that we know of as today.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead,
Let
Michael.
me say real quick. The fruit allowed you to jump
In the
forward.
future. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Can I finish?
Oh, sorry.
Whatever
sorry.
happened
Go ahead,
already
go ahead.
happened. Whatever happened.
No. Here's the part. No.
Listen.
Hassan,
Listen to what I'm saying.
Time only changes if you jump back and change it.
Hear what I'm saying first. Hear what I'm saying first. What I'm saying is, if the devil fruit goes back to its original timeline, meaning goes back to the void
Then it
century,
already happened.
Hassan,
bro.
Then it
If
already
no, no, no,
happened.
no, 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 no. Here's the
hold
thing.
up,
Why
If
would it go
someone jumps
back?
forward, let me just finish my point. If it
Oh my
jumps back
god.
500 years into the future, that's like the current present.
No, wait, no, no, y'all overthinking it.
Hassan, hold
It
up, hold up, hold
returned
up,
to its
hold up,
timeline.
hold up.
Like I
I
said,
think,
Why would
I
it? Bro,
think
hold on,
it's
wait.
no.
Why would
Why
it
would it
return though?
return?
Go.
It don't make sense.
Because
Why would
look,
it return?
because if you think about it,
someone,
what?
Hold up. I
Kevin.
think I think that it stays in the where she died because it said that it's impossible to go back in time, and technically, wouldn't the devil fruit be going back in time if it went back to
Facts.
the original timeline?
hmm.
That's fair.
I say it just don't fucking matter.
But what if
Big facts.
someone
Big
gets
As
it
long,
facts.
though?
Thank
it
you.
will
No,
appear again in
Exactly.
the
I
story.
understand.
No, no, no,
He's
no. What
trying
if
to
someone
Straight
gets it?
up.
What if someone
Hassan is
gets it?
trying
That's
to
what I'm
say that
saying.
it
If
matters
somebody gets it,
because
they get it.
no, he's trying to
No, no,
say it
no, no,
matters
no.
because if somebody from the past gets it, then it come to the future, it starts messing with the timeline.
No, it
Exactly,
doesn't.
brother.
Look, no, check this out. Check this out. Cause look, if somebody from the past jump into the future, it already happened. Like it's not like they going back and rewriting the shit that's happened. No,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
look, if anything, somebody go from the past to the future, they're not affecting anything until they get back and start and do that. And then by that time, everything that could have been affected would be the present now. So it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
That changed the current present that we know. Because here's the thing.
Nigga, the present changes all the time. What do you
Nah, nah,
mean?
nah, 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 nah,
That's
nah,
like
nah,
the
nah.
present.
Let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. So basically, Toki moved into the future from the void century up until now, right? All the things happen in the past say that she's now 20, where she was 20 years ago. She dies. The devil fruit reincarnates 1,000 years ago. Someone jumps from that timeline only to 500 years ago, or only to 500 years forward, or only to 800 years forward, and not fully to where she was. And then whenever they alter that potential future, it'll be the past for the One Piece. It'll be the current past for One Piece. So that fucks
Then
up the whole timeline.
and
No,
let me
there's
tell
no
you
way the
this.
fruit
And,
goes back.
hold on, let me say this though. And in your theory, if somebody is in the past and jump like further up to the future, not to the present, it don't matter because when we're in the present, all those changes has already happened,
Oh yeah,
regardless if
he's
somebody
right.
jumped through it or not. So it don't matter.
Okay, okay, let's go with this. Say I'm gonna say this. I'm
Oh
gonna say
my
this
god,
just to prove you
man!
wrong. Just to prove you wrong. I got like the perfect thing
Yes, sir.
to counter it with. Here's the thing. Say Kiku. Oh shit, Toki. Say Toki came from the 1,000 years up until 200 years, and then to 20 years ago. The death fruit gets reincarnated. Someone gets their hand on it. Someone jumps into the future where Toki was 200 years ago and kills her there. So that's the devil
You
fruit being used twice,
And let me tell
and
you,
that's
hold
illegal.
up,
and let me
hold
say
up.
this. Look,
But that
hold on,
don't
hold on,
add
hold
up
on.
though. But
Hold
okay,
on, hold on, hold on. So in your scenario, if somebody jumps to the future and kills Kiku, it don't
Toki.
matter because that already happened in the past when we in the present.
Well,
It
Yo,
doesn't
that
matter.
changed the
what?
current present.
Oh my
That
god.
I
changes the
understand
current
what
present.
Hassan's
Is what I'm
that's
saying.
the whole
telling
point.
you.
Yeah, Kiku was
Hassan, let it go,
Kiku was
please.
already alive.
Ah,
No,
shit.
I
I'm gonna let
think
it go because it's not worth it.
Uh,
That's
oh
Hassan
all.
did
no,
the
no.
calculations and
Let me
everything.
finish my
Like
point,
Hey,
I can
man.
explain it to you simply if you want, man. Like
Because Hassan is saying that when the future person dies, it gets reincarnated back into the past, and that's like why are you why
it
are
don't
you
matter.
because that wouldn't
being
happen. Because it'd
putting
probably
it
just
into the
assume
past?
that the person is still alive if the fruit's like. It's not like she
It's not
died.
See,
even.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not.
It
Yeah,
creates a lot of confusion.
yeah.
So
It's
It's
No,
not
we
it
even.
kind of want
doesn't.
to
No,
avoid
Because
that.
no, you
No,
anything.
create the
Hassan.
confusion.
No, I'm
Now
saying Hassan,
listen.
you adding things on
Again, I
because at the
say
end of the day, the story is
anything
still
that.
going. The story is still going. That's the whole point. The
I
story is
hope for
still going
Oda's
regardless
sake he
of the fruit
doesn't
or
have
not.
it go back. I hope it actually
When the
Bro,
person
continues the
yeah,
story.
I hope
bro,
it
you
goes
see
back
how
to the
confused this
future
guy in a
where they
few minutes?
died.
Bro, Oda better not do this again.
No, but it doesn't confuse. Because
We're
if it goes
overthinking it.
back
Ah, shit.
to the
Okay, let's
past,
No,
move
no, no,
on.
no,
Let's move
bro.
on. Move on.
no,
This whole
real
argument
quick,
thing.
real
Six
quick,
pack, six pack, six pack.
real quick though.
Milo,
If
six
it
pack.
goes back
This
to
is
the
really
past,
turning a lot of
See,
it
this is what I'm
confusion.
already
talking about. This is
happened.
like, see, no, this is what I'm talking about. The whole argument thing is, bro, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Yeah, we're just
It's
overthinking
really
it. My
not.
bad, my bad. I
You
apologize.
No,
over.
you
My
are
bad.
Hassan.
I am
That's what I'm
You are
saying.
overthinking it.
Hassan.
That's it. No, 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 no. I'm overthinking it. My bad.
That's what I'm
Let's move
saying.
on.
I was saying, but anyway, I have a question for y'all because this is something I want to know. As I said earlier, what is the man Zoro gonna do? Is he finna roll up on Kaido or the Shogun?
No, he
I'm
get
saying
folded by
Kaido.
both.
He's gonna get folded by both.
He getting folded by both. Oh my
I think this
god.
Or
Um,
Just Kuino will cut his back.
Hey, hey,
Don't do
listen.
this right
hey,
now.
I'm gonna give you a word to the
Oh
wise
man.
here. These people love Zoro more than some of their own families. Right? You can't just say
Factual.
I
Zoro gonna
mean,
get.
I
Factual, though.
like if anything, I don't think he running up on Kaido since like Kaido is painted to be the big bad of this arc, and we know that Luffy always takes out the big bad. So
Zoro's getting the kid treatment if you
I
see
mean,
Kaido.
we can just look at like Gecko Moria. Luffy took him out with a jet shell in the end, so we can look at it like that.
That was through plot though.
There's
Uh,
a plateau.
Did Luffy didn't take out Gecko Mori?
with the jet shell, he knocked the
He
shadows out of
did.
him.
He did.
Yeah,
Actually,
like
you want
Uh,
actually
Agree
you
to
want to get technical.
disagree.
Yeah, but that's
Actually, you
because
want
he
to get
consumed too
you
many
want,
shadows at the same
it's
time.
like if you want to get
but
technical, Moria let himself lose. He let himself lose. You want to get
but
technical.
the thing is, like, it don't matter how he did it, whatever. We know how these things are structured. Luffy
Yeah.
takes out the big bad in the end.
I
I'm gonna keep
mean,
it 100.
exactly.
As long as it's entertaining, I won't. I won't.
Huh?
Wait,
Like,
Kaido's in a different island,
The
right? He's
shonen
not in
Yeah,
treatment.
Wano.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
That,
on
Villains
that's
get
the
Oda.
only guy.
So
shonen.
what do you
Kaido's in a
guys?
different island, but still
Yeah,
his forces reside in Wano.
So
yeah.
they
I
must
So
know.
be
I was gonna
close.
say.
he's
So you
here.
guys think they're gonna fight in Wano, and then after that, in the 2 weeks,
Yeah,
they're gonna go to Kaido's
Did the
island?
thing
No,
defrost?
that's the island is still part of Wano. Like the island is a part of Wano. It's just its own separate little island, but it's still part of Wano.
I don't need you to clean it.
God damn.
Like, I mean, cause like think about it. They got all of Kaido's headliners here. They already foreshadowed that Jack is coming. So you really think Kaido ain't gonna come?
Exactly.
Like, come on now.
I mean, Kaido has to come. There has to a battle of a big magnitude has to break down in Wano.
Yeah,
It's
like,
Like I
official.
like,
said,
like,
like
like,
I
like,
said,
like
Big
let's
one
be
stuff.
real here, man. Like,
Oda gave us this whole fire festival and the 2 weeks. Like, so I forget who was that telling me this earlier, but someone saying like the fire festival. That's an important point. So I feel like it's gonna be either Kaido and his people, Luffy and his people, Admiral or two, Big Mom popping up, supernovas. I think it's gonna be a whole big spectacle. To be honest,
Is
that's what I
Jim
think.
is
I hope
Jinbei
so,
pulling
man.
up?
Cause Oda need to motherfucking take his fans in consideration. I can't take his fans into consideration because goddamn, I know that his main audience is in Japan, but we won't fight. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, y'all can say, "Oh, it's an adventure manga." No, nigga, we won't fight. We
exact.
got
Big
we
facts.
got a
Big
lot of
facts.
adventure, nigga. Like, get back to what really got people hooked. To be completely real.
I hope we get a lot
Well,
of good fights. We have the material, enough material to have
Honestly,
good
I'm
fights.
saying
like
we
if
have
you're not
bodies
gonna
to
give us,
spare.
if you're not gonna give us a fight, don't give us story about a fight. Like, give us story. Like you took it away from Rev story.
The fuck are you on about?
No, even in this chapter, they were explaining Odin's backstory, and then halfway through, right when it got to the part where Orochi betrayed him, they just cut the fucking story and they just showed the reactions of the characters. I want to know what
Word,
happened. I don't want to wait
word.
a year to
You
find
know,
out what happened.
This
yeah,
nigga Luffy was laughing.
you
It's
know
just
Oda. You know
that shit
Oda
triggered me so hard,
is
bro.
the Oda is the god of blue balling. You know that.
It's the dumbest shit
We've
ever,
been
man.
reading this shit over 900 chapters.
I'm
We
just so
know
worried.
how it go.
I'm just worried he's not gonna come through. He's not gonna be able to do it well with the Kaido fight because we know this man has been building up so much hype. I don't think he's gonna be able to cover it.
It's like young lady. One does not simply show fight.
I mean, you seen that horrendous travesty they had with Big Mom. She was so underwhelming.
Man, whole cake was so bad.
I don't know. Hey
She was
Teddy,
Exactly,
good,
bro.
but I
I
wouldn't
just
say
feel
she
like
was
hold on, wait,
underwhelming.
real quick. Hey Teddy, anything you want to say, Teddy? You thought she got Teddy or anything? Is Teddy even here? All right, Teddy. Okay, Teddy, chill right now. Not mine.
Right, so someone go ahead.
I just
Go
feel
ahead,
like
sister.
you're gonna have these assholes because we know Katakuri, he had hacks, and Kaido is a Yonko. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to pull something like those like that plus ultra card from Hawkins or something because
Mhm.
I just don't.
No, no. Listen, the nerf is coming. The nerfs are gonna come. I ain't
No,
worried about that.
That's not an
I
issue.
hope they don't
That's not an
nerf
issue.
Kaido.
Of
Kaido
course
will
they're
be
gonna
nerfed.
nerf Kaido.
Of course,
They,
I just
of
hope that
course.
they
man,
give
look,
Nicholas Hope
look,
strength.
every big bad that we can't conceive, like Luffy just running up and like fighting head up, they always nerf him,
Like you
and
saw
it's
Big Mom,
always been that way.
you saw Big Mom. Big
But I
Mom be
just want to
nerfed
see
to
the.
all of to holy hell. Like she had to
Yeah,
literally like she bited Luffy and
and
went
she
like
still didn't lose though.
in a pushback.
That's something. That says a
So
lot of things about her.
All right. Yeah,
I
man,
want to see a
we
Yonkos
can
wrath.
we can name off a whole bunch of characters that had nerfs. Motherfucking let's see,
Crocodile,
Enel.
Everyone Luffy was
Hey,
nerfed.
hey,
Enel.
look, hey, look, hey, look.
Except
Enel,
Wow.
he got nerfed.
I don't
Motherfucking
think Enel got
crocodile.
nerfed.
Crocodile got nerfed.
Bro,
What you mean?
Crocodile
What you
could have used his
mean?
left
Hold
hand
up.
and got rid of it. That was like,
I
What you
don't
mean?
think Enel got nerfed.
Luffy is a walking nerf for Enel, and it still don't make no sense. Like,
bro.
yeah,
The thing is,
rubber doesn't conduct electricity,
but
but it still don't stop heat.
exactly, he should have been melted. Like,
He
Exactly.
used
Yeah.
like a 2 billion volt attack and it did nothing. Dude.
and bro, and
God
Liquid
damn.
Foundry, bro, that should have gotten Luffy either way. But this man Onel was playing around, bro.
Yeah.
Luffy is the nerf guy. Like,
And
he can
then,
nerf.
and then, and then we can talk about Crocodile, how Crocodile's ability just stopped working.
He could have used his right hand and just killed him. There's no water out there. His
Nah,
blood
man,
wasn't doing.
look. When Luffy was coming down with the blood, why didn't he? Luffy literally punched through the same technique that Crocodile used to take more shot of things with his blood. Why didn't the blood just get absorbed?
Bro, this man Luffy had like an ocean of blood. There's no way that much could have did anything.
Hold on. Didn't they say that the Sparta attack that Crocodile had could break a 2 buildings in half, and then Luffy just punched right through that spade?
And bro, and then he started going through bedrock. Ain't
That's
bedrock
'cause
supposed to hold Earth?
Luffy's punch is
Exactly.
worth 3 brick buildings.
I mean, in the end of the day, I think Oda doesn't even
And then,
care that much about this.
and then Moria nerfed himself, like we said earlier.
Yeah,
Bro, HCB is wilding now.
I see him in the comments, bro.
What he said?
He said final arc Sanji loses his virginity, bro. We know that's never gonna happen.
Sanji already lost his virginity on Okama Island.
Yeah, first, bro.
yeah.
Oh, bro, hey,
Factual.
chill.
That's
Hey,
factual, bro.
that's a
That is
fact. That's a
factual,
whole
bro.
fact. That's a
Hey,
whole fact.
you talking about chill, man? Look, this man is a lover of women. You know what I'm saying? He always dressing in suits and stuff. He went to Okama Island where these strong ass muscle faggots was trying to get him for 2 years. You can't run for 2 years straight. You gotta sleep. You gotta eat. So, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing.
Nah.
And when we do see him, this man is running around in a dress with lipstick on. He was liking it. Like,
Bro,
he
he
got
was
shot out regardless.
embracing
Bro,
that lifestyle. He
no,
was embracing it.
If that's me, bro, I'm never stopping, bro. It don't matter. I'm
Oh
never
my
stopping.
god. You ain't going
Nigga,
back.
it ain't a bro. Let's
It
set
ain't
it
about
up.
that. It ain't about
Hey,
all
let's
that.
be real. Like I said, you gotta sleep and eat, right? And we know Sanji ain't the type of nigga to put up no dress. Like, you know he ain't doing that. So it ain't like he just ran and like, oh, let me just go ahead and just put on this dress and be one of these niggas. Nah, something had to happen for that nigga to change his
HCB is
tune.
still killing me, bro. HCB said Sanji got ran through an entire island of Caitlyn Jenners, bro. This
Hey, that's a fact though.
Oh shit.
Bruh,
but the thing,
why the fuck are we talking about Sanji, fam?
because Sanji is GOAT. He won. He got a W in the chapter. Look at him.
Bro,
Can
bro,
we
bro.
get back to the chapter?
Hold up.
Hold on,
Before we go
hold
back
on.
to the chapter, I got something to say. I remember back in something never made sense to me. Back in Marineford, you had a smoker who was 1 rank before being a vice admiral, and he didn't know hockey. He didn't know what hockey was. Like, he was hit by Hancock, and he was like, "What was that?" And that's
Wait,
disturbs me
what?
to this day.
I mean, but
Wasn't he
hockey
a
wasn't a
captain?
thing back then.
At least
He was a
even in the
Commodore.
New World,
He was
even
a
in the East Blue.
Exactly.
Wait.
Like, what the fuck?
Wait, wasn't he a captain?
No, he was a
I ain't
Commodore
finna
after
fault him. I ain't finna fault
He was
him.
a captain at first, and then he was a Commodore, and then
and
I
then
mean,
Wait,
but
Commodore and
but if it wasn't something that was how can I say, like, introducing the story at the end, like Oda wasn't even planning on doing hockey at that point, so we can't really fault
I mean,
Smoker
look
for
at
that.
Whitebeard. This man was saying my hockey is strong. We don't see any hockey. Like
yeah.
it
people were
was
saying,
just-
this man forgot how to use it.
He probably just didn't know how he wanted to draw it at the time.
Probably.
That's
Or
true.
maybe he had an idea how it would look. But
The thing is, he originally
just-
said he
he
never
just
really
saved
went
it to
like
post timestamp.
look, Like armament, he never said it was gonna look like that. He said it was just gonna look like it's around them, but they can see it. He just said it would be there, but no one can really tell.
Maybe he thought of that early on, but he just wanted to have it post time skip for you to, for the viewers at least, to differentiate between the first and second half of the song.
So, y'all see that chapter where that one guy is helping Momonosuke up after they time travel?
No, that was Kiku, isn't it?
No, I don't think it was. Because that looked like someone else.
You're talking about the one missing person, I think.
Yeah, like I don't know who that is.
After daytime travel?
Yeah, after the time travel.
That person wasn't with them.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, hold up. Let me
won't find out for probably another month or two.
Hold up. Time travel.
Oh, hold up. I gotta go. Some business just hit my line. I'll be back.
All right, fam.
All right.
Oh no. That was Kiku.
Okay.
She was dressed like a Kenshin.
Okay, because I was about to say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is probably obvious. Is there any connection between Ashura and Zoro? Because I hope it's not, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some.
Bro, it has to be. Look, I was saying like this a while ago. It was Odin and his 9 red scabbards. But look, bro, the only other person that has that is Zoro with Ashura mode, and that's too weird to be just a technique he just came up with out of nowhere.
I mean, we don't even know what happened though. We just know the dude's name was Ashura. And he was strong. That's all we know.
I don't think it was like a technique. I think it was like
It was a name for his retainers.
Yeah,
that's how I took it initially.
Those people came up and like introduced themselves when they came back. They're like, "Oh, we even looked for your 9 scabbards. We couldn't find them or something." They said
they
like
couldn't find the remains.
Yeah, so
I think
I can't help but feel like it's connected somehow.
Bro, and we know like the spirit of the sword, but it could have been like their spirits went into their sword or something, bro. Like this is like bleach or something, but you know. Odo probably wouldn't do that.
Hopefully not.
I don't know because I've been seeing people saying that we get a whole Zoro backstory. Ashura his daddy and like all this other deal. I'm like, man, I don't really think there's much connection with Zoro.
Bro, Zoro is such a good character because he doesn't need much of a background. What we have is perfect. Just build off of that. He doesn't need to be like the son of a god or any of that. He's a goat without all that.
Get ready, man. We don't know Nami's backstory. We don't know like Frankie has a mysterious father.
No.
Everybody can have a crazy backstory if Oda wants it.
I mean,
no, the only one I think would be Nami because she was just found as a baby.
Didn't they say her parents were pirates or something? She was abandoned.
Were they? Whoa, hold on, guys. Whoa. Bro, Nami's parents were on the rocks pirates, bro. They were janitors.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Bro, this dude come in here just spewing cancerous random thoughts.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. No, I'm gonna get my shout out, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm spewing any theory I can get to get my shout out one day.
Bro, nah, you can get it any day you want.
What?
I mean, you get it any day. It's just.
Wait,
you gotta at least make it make sense. Like,
yeah, that's a pause. That's a pause.
What?
Hey, Jordan.
I can get it any day. That's a pause.
You can get the shout out any day. How's that?
Okay. Bro, that's what I'm saying, Kuina. That's why I'm putting all this evidence behind Kuina being alive.
Shit, he's gonna say it, isn't he?
But
I can't wait for Wano to be over so I never have to.
Yeah. No. I had to suffer.
I'm with you. Because it's the thing. Kuina, as of right now, Kuina is dead. Until she pulls a Kobe. She is dead and gone until she pulls a Kobe. Bro, she is dead and gone.
I wouldn't hate it if she's alive, but people are just like crazy over the idea of her being alive in Wano.
It makes too much sense.
Bro. I had to suffer through this nigga's six-path theory. Six-path. No logic.
So the Wano, wherever she came from on Wano, they shipped her ass to East Blue just to train her at some like weird dojo, fake her death, and then send her all the way back to Wano. Why?
Exactly.
Because
why the fuck would they bother doing that?
Because One Piece. That's why.
No,
because
six-path.
You're right. What's One Piece? Anything can happen in One Piece, man. It's silly and stupid, of course. Duh.
That makes no sense at all.
But anyway, yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
Theory debunked.
Okay.
Queen of fan gaze.
No. Hear this one. This one's about to be gold, bro.
All right, look. I say Queen is alive because of these factors. Look, she's in Wano right now. The one Yonko who doesn't care about who you are, what you are,
I'm back.
Your strength. Queen's whole story is about how her being a woman, she wouldn't be able to keep up with the guys. She's going to the one Yonko who doesn't care about what you are. Second of all, we don't know Koshiro's last name, but we do know he could cut steel.
First of all, he cares that everybody on his crew.
That's common. That's common as a samurai in Wano. First of all, we should assume that he knows how to get to Wano, but we don't know if the Marines. We don't know about the Marines because they want to get to Wano. You know how to get to Wano. They want to get to Wano. Your daughter, she's not strong enough to deal with any Marine. They could use her as a bargaining chip for you to guide them there. So you send her to the same place where you got strong. That would make sense. And now with new evidence, if you look at that little girl, her whole head, their whole silhouette looks exactly like the same head shape as Kuina. I'm saying this. And look.
No, okay, no.
Wait, I'm almost done. Look, we know Kuina was, when Zoro was a little kid, she was still developing, talking about how she was going through puberty. That little baby, that looks about a near newborn to at least 3 years old. We know she's a few years older, and they said that was 20 years ago. It would make sense as maybe Koshiro was Toki's retainer, because we know females of high importance can have retainers too. That's all I got.
All right, look, I got a better theory. Look,
bro, people literally saying head shapes off like darkened silhouette fucking shit.
Bro, it makes too much sense. Someone
said that to me earlier. It might actually been you.
No, look.
Yes, it was me.
God damn.
What's her name? Tashigi, right?
Yeah.
Bro, look, I'll say this. Tashigi makes.
Wait. You had your turn. Hold on. All right, look.
Nah, I'm not done yet.
Tashigi fell from
He's
the
frothing
stairs,
at the mouth for this shit.
Of course.
Fell from the stairs, right? And she didn't die, but she lost her memory like Sabo. And Tashigi really is Kuina, but she just doesn't know that she is.
No.
No.
Hold on. Before you go, Sixpack, go to volume 67 on the SBS. You'll find that Oda drew Tashigi as a kid, and she was in a different background as what Koshiro's.
Thank you. And I'm saying this, Tashigi, she's basically irrelevant now. Her whole thing was that she was supposed to become strong, even though she was a woman. But wait, y'all hear that?
Someone's typing.
Typing.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. My bad. like I said, I'm over here trying to handle some business, man. I'm trying to make some money.
Hey,
give me a second. I'm about to mute myself,
bro. Hey, go ahead, Six.
I'll mute myself.
I'm saying this. Tashigi, she's basically useless now, bro. She's a captain, bro. She stopped.
I'm just about to bail.
All right.
Peace, bro.
All right, then, Durs.
Yeah.
The best thing she did was not get ripped in half by Monet. They said she learned armament hockey, but she suddenly forgets it when she's starting to fight against Law.
I mean, the problem is, like you said, I remember you said this the last time. You said that the entire Kuina thing was that she looked like the entire Tashigi things that she looked like Kuina. But post time skip, she just lost that factor. So she's just all at this moment in that.
Exactly. Yes. I'm just thinking that it could make sense because think about it. Zoro says he never wants to lose again. It would make sense that he would lose to the only person that he can never win against. That thing is like a nagging plot point that needs to get resolved. And I think now in Wano, it would make sense.
Didn't he lose to Mihawk?
Bro, I get that, but think about it. It would make more sense for Kuina.
Say he's not losing again, has to lose again.
Exactly.
That's lesser than him.
We don't know Kuina's bro. How many fights do they have? 1,000, I think.
Maybe.
And he never won once. Come on, bro. Come on.
She just died to stairs or something.
Bro, look at her body. Her neck wasn't broken or nothing. There was no bruises, bro. Her clothes weren't even dirty.
You think Oda's gonna draw a battered 10-year-old?
No. You can draw, bro. The little kids with Usopp's town, they had bruises all over them, bro. You can't put some bruises on her.
They weren't.
No, but that was just anime only. Bro. They just draw the.
Bro, you can go. But you can go to Kobe. Kobe had bruises all over him, bro. You can't put some bruises.
Was Kobe's
dead?
A
bitch, though.
Bro, but you can make her clothes look dirty. She fell down the stairs, right? Those must have been the cleanest stairs I've ever seen. Cause, nigga, where does that come from?
Remember this,
Oh my
bro.
god.
Kuina is beating Kobe's ass in the beginning of the story. In the beginning,
Yeah, of course.
like
I can't right now. I really can't right now because
Bro, look.
this
Y'all can y'all look. If I'm right, hey, I'm right. But if I'm wrong, y'all niggas better let me know.
nah,
Like,
bro. It's just fam.
Oh shit.
As of right now, she just literally is dead. Like we were
but
told that she is dead.
but
We
guess
literally
what?
told.
Sabo was dead too, and he got blown up in a boat.
And what I
And
say,
But
say it
Sabo
as
is
I
it
is
because
said
she's
better
a
than
woman?
until
Luffy.
no,
Oh
again, like I
my
said,
god, y'all take it there, bro.
until she pops up, until you see Kuina on panel, she is dead. You can't say use Sabo because Sabo came back actually. Sabo actually came back. Kuina ain't came back
Well,
yet, so you can't say that right now.
Jordan,
So right now
Jordan,
she dead.
to counter you, what does dead mean?
Oh my god.
Bro,
Oh my
somebody said
god.
I'm
I'm not
first
doing this.
48, bro. That kills me.
Oh
I'm not
shit.
doing this right now. I'm not doing this. They say that
Anything else you
girl
guys
is
have to
that
say
man
about the
girl is
chapter?
dead.
Bro, y'all are on some shit, bro.
They
God
really
damn.
are, son.
Man.
That is
But
wild right now.
you can't y'all but y'all bro, when I saw Hassan come up with this theory, I thought that can make sense. That's like a problem, but I just believe if she's alive. So
No,
at the end y'all
now
better
real
click.
quick. Oh, my bad, go.
No, go ahead.
Real quick, Hassan, now that I think you know how she said it's impossible to go back in time, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the fruit is gonna go back to that
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Oh
time.
god.
Yeah, I thought about that when I think you said it earlier
So
too.
I do.
So yeah, I think maybe that is why I shouldn't have speculated for that long. Because yeah,
But
the fruit shouldn't go back in time.
But the thing is, Hassan, it's not even a fruit. It's a stand. It's a stand called Made in
So
Heaven, where you can fast forward things so fast you go into the future.
made in
What?
okay,
You talking
made
about
in
JoJo right
heaven
now?
is not the
I mean,
strongest
Of
he's just
stand in
making shit
JoJo.
up at this point.
No, no,
no,
no, no,
What you
JoJo,
talking
no.
about?
Made in heaven is not
Talking
the
about JoJo
strongest
right
stand
now?
in
What we talking
JoJo.
about JoJo right now?
Bro,
because
it's just
JoJo is goat.
okay.
That's
Who do
fine,
you
but
got? Who do you got? Gold Experience Requiem or Made in Heaven?
how are we talking about
I
JoJo
need
right
no,
now?
bro. I'm sorry.
I just
Bro.
want this one answer.
I'm too strong a stand. I need Tuskak 4, bro.
I don't
Bro,
know.
I'm
That was
telling you,
Chief.
two goat, bro. It's two goat. It can beat time stop.
It,
I mean, a lot
I'm
of
about to end
stands
this.
can.
Listen, I'm about to shut this down. We about to talk about JoJo
Hey,
on One Piece.
let's
I'm gonna
get
shut this
let's get
down
the
right now.
last let's get last thoughts from everyone just before we end this.
I said my last thoughts. It was alright chapter, nothing crazy to me. I mean, it's a mud chapter. I think in next chapter you hopefully get some Frankie or Usopp stuff. Hopefully, I doubt it, but it is what it is. I mean, we'll probably get more set up with Luffy and Kinemon and them on more backstory stuff probably. But that's just what I think.
Go ahead, Mo.
I thought it was pretty good. I gave it a I gave it a fuck you out of 10.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow. Okay.
Um,
Yikes.
I really like. That was pretty funny with Luffy saying he okay, I got it when they said he got to stay low profile. Zoro saying that they got lost. Um, I'm interested to know why it's called the Red Fire Festival. That's what it's called, right?
No, what the chapter or
No, no, no. In the end, he said we're gonna engage at the Red Fire Festival or some shit like that. What was
oh
it
yeah,
called
yeah,
again?
yeah. No, it was called the Fire Festival. The Fire Festival is a very prominent festival in Japan. A lot of religious factions celebrated and shit.
Well, yeah, I'm interested like why on that day specifically. Probably because the moon or some shit like that.
Yeah, maybe there's so long will be in act. Okay, so basically that would mean that whole cake happened 2 weeks ago because the full moon comes on every month, right? So whole cake
Mhm.
so long happened 2 weeks ago, and now we're here on this day, and then 2 weeks from now it's going to be a full moon. So that's nice to
Well,
know where the One Piece word is.
yeah. What else? Oh yeah, Reverie's gonna be over in a week, so that means the Marines can move in. The week one, they got the Marines. Week two, they got Kaido. They're on the NFL schedule.
That's true.
Facts.
March Madness.
Yep. Shout out to all the faithful people out in the world. And
shout out to the Black Queens.
Oh my God. Hey, let's
shout out to Young Obama saying saying my hockey bloomed. Shout out to HCB saying I got future sight. Shout out to Virgo for him flapping his hand off. Shout out to Steve-O for selling dick. Shout out to HCB for confirming my theory of assassin with the stairs staring at me. It's a lot of good stuff
right now. What are we doing right now?
I'm shouting at the chat.
Hey. Okay. Six Pack. Get your 1 minute of fame, bro. Plug yourself.
Well, I want to thank you guys for letting me tell my theory. A lot of people say I'm creditless when I was in BDA, but I just believe that there's a lot of evidence that could point to her being alive. So all in all, I thank you guys for giving my time to shine. So all in all, the chapter was I think give it a 7.5 out of 10. There's no 10 out of 10 until I see Kaido going down.
Okay, that's been Six Pack. Go ahead, Kenya.
Chapter was an 8 out of 10. I kind of forgot everything we talked about in the stream. So have a good night, everybody.
Hey, I'm just say this. Wano's been amazing. I got nothing to complain about so far. Oda pays me, and I gotta promote him a lot. So
in rubles,
of course, bro.